Emmy Award-winning This Is Our City with Vicki Liviakis, Tuesdays on KRON4.
Now on KRON4 News at 5, an 11-year-old girl is in critical condition right now after being shot inside her family's car. The latest details we're just learning now from police.
And another round of rain is here. It feels like it won't leave. Possible flooding issues for Bay Area roadways are here, and especially it's complicated during this evening commute. KRON4 News at 5 starts now.
Now, live from the Bay Area's local news station, this is KRON4 News at 5.
Oh, that rain is coming down all across the Bay Area tonight. This is a live look at the San Mateo Bridge. It's a wet evening commute at the heart of rush hour. Thanks so much for joining us on KRON4 News at 5. I'm Vicki Liviakis.
And I'm Lodes. This comes after high tides caused flooding throughout much of the Bay Area over the weekend, and we have team coverage tonight with the rain and the flooding. KRON4's Dan Kerman is in Marin County. They're still trying to clean up from the king tides and the weekend storms as more rain falls tonight.
All right, let's check in first with our KRON4's chief meteorologist, Lawrence Karnow, live in the Weather Center with all the latest conditions. We'll get to you next, Dan.
Yeah, guys, and boy, what a storm it has been so far. Really kind of just picking up throughout the day. We've had some tornado warnings along the coastline. Doppler radar picking up a little rotation off the coast, and so that's what we've been dealing with. All that heavy rain making its way into at least parts of the Bay Area. Some places not as much. Little glimmer of hope there. You can see off the coastline as the clouds kind of broken out toward Pacifica right now, but there's more rain to come, at least parts of the Bay Area overnight tonight. Still some very soggy conditions. So we do have some flood advisories, even a flood warning up toward the Santa Rosa area. You get a little further north into Hopland in the North Bay and well further beyond into Mendocino County. You're likely going to see some flooding along the Russian River as we head toward the next couple of mornings. So rainfall totals, almost 2 inches of rain in Marin, Santa Rosa, over 1 inch of rain. Tiburon, over 1 inch of rain. Over 1/2 inch now in San Francisco. Just 1/4 of an inch in Oakland, 1300ths in San Jose. But boy, you get the idea. You've got this rain coming down on saturated ground, and boy, things add up in a hurry. That low spinning along the coastline, well, it's going to stall out, and that's what's going to be the problem for tonight. As that stalls, this front that's sitting here, you see that all that rain coming on shore, well, it's going to stall too, and that means it's just going to sit over a good part of the South Bay and the East Bay and continue to rain throughout the night tonight. We'll have more in your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Lawrence. We continue our coverage of the rain and the flooding that is continuing tonight in parts of Marin County.
All right, time to check in with Dan Kerman live for us at Highway 101 and Lucky Drive in Marin right now. Dan, are you managing to stay dry?
We are not staying dry. We can tell you it's raining a lot harder now than it was when we joined you at 4 o'clock. You can tell right behind me the roads are very wet, very slippery. Cars moving along very fast as if nothing was going on. They need to slow down, but we can tell you that there is a lot of other issues going on, including flooding that you've talked about. And for the most part, those we talked to in southern Marin are ready for this rain to stop.
Now at 6, an 11-year-old girl is in critical condition after being shot in Antioch. What police are telling us as the situation continues to develop.
Plus the rain and high tides leading to floods in the North Bay. We'll have live team coverage. The news at 6 starts now.
Now, live from the Bay Area's local news station, this is KRON4 News at 6.
Thanks so much for joining us on KRON4 News at 6. I'm Vicki Liviakis.
And I'm Lodes. It is a wet commute in the heart of rush hour tonight. Taking a live look outside the Bay. You got downtown San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Bay Bridge, and the San Mateo Bridge. And it is wet all over.
And we've got our reporters out there. We've got live team coverage on this storm system for you. But first, let's kick it off with our chief meteorologist, Lawrence. at what we can expect for tonight.
Yeah, I
Aletta?
mean, it's been a lot, right? I mean, it seems just like day after day of this rain and really kind of adding up. Everything is saturated out there right now. So flooding a concern as we are going to see more of that rain pushing across the Bay Area continuing tonight. I think the system stalling out a little bit right now. The roadways, treacherous out there on the roads today. It is very slick out there right now. You're looking out toward the Bay Bridge as we've got the cars going by, but numerous cars sliding off the side of the road and all that rain and some hydroplaning going on. And the Golden Gate Bridge starting to dry out just a little bit. Still slick out there right now, but it has been quite the day all around. And so we've got currently some flood advisories now across parts of the peninsula and now parts of the East Bay too, continuing into the North Bay as well. In fact, we do have this one area in red here. We've got a flood warning, expecting some flooding there on the Mark West Creek. So in that area near Mirabel, you got to watch out for some flooding there. Expected that to rise overnight tonight, but all across here, we're seeing some issues now. Some of the mountaintops in and around that area, 3-5 inches of rain in the last 24 hours, and that just goes on top of what we've already had this season, and we're running well above the average. So Marin, you had over almost 2 inches of rain. Santa Rosa, over 1 inch of rain. Tiburon, over 1 inch of rain. Lesser amounts into San Francisco, but we continue to see more of that rain coming down. 1/4 inch into Oakland and 1,300 into San Jose, but there's still a long way to go here. This area of low pressure will be responsible for the storm, still rotating off the coastline, and so some of the heavier rainfall making its way in across the peninsula and towards San Jose right now. That is going to continue to work its way into parts of the East Bay. San Leandro, you're starting to get into it. Fremont, some coming your way. Sunnyvale, you see plenty more in that direction as well too. So it is going to be on and off throughout the night tonight as that low just kind of spins around, and as it sags to the south a little bit, finally things are going to wind down, but it's not coming on shore directly, and because of that, that rain is just kind of going to stall out. So got a few more hours of rain to go here, but brighter days ahead. We'll talk more about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Lawrence, we continue our team coverage as flooding has been a problem in Marin County.
Yeah, as it ever. Dan Kerman live for us right in front of the freeway there, the Highway 101 and Lucky Drive in Marin County. Dan, getting any better out there for you?
Well, we can tell you that the rain right now is not coming down. That's right, the rain has stopped here in southern Marin, at least at this moment. It did rain at 4, it rained again at 5, and now we have a brief respite, but the roads still very slick, and those floodwaters still of big concern to a lot of the folks that live around here.